loves, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite pasta recipes, and this recipe actually comes from a restaurant that Mimi and I used to work at years ago called Il Fornello, and they had a sort of a menu for food sensitivity or allergies to accommodate the customers, and one of the items on that list was called an alternative pasta. And the reason is that it was a gluten-free pasta. They used a rice pasta, and Mimi and I both love that pasta so much that one day I just decided to recreate it at home. And I actually used to have a blog years ago as well that I shared this specific recipe on that blog, which I will link that in the bottom bar for the sort of write-out of that recipe. If you want to see it, I'll include it there. So today I thought I will share that with you, and it's going to be super quick and easy, so let's get started. Okay, so like I mentioned, I'm going to be using a gluten-free pasta today. This one is a rice and quinoa pasta. So I recommend going with a gluten-free option if you're going to have pasta, because it's just so much better for you, and they're actually readily available now at most grocery stores. Next, I have here some snow peas. Right here I have some artichoke hearts that are just from a jar that I've cut up into smaller bite-sized pieces. Then I have some delicious sun-dried tomato, which again I've cut up thinly sliced into smaller pieces like strips. And then here we have a red onion, and just cut it up in half and then sliced it or diced it. And again, you can check out the step-by-step recipe on my blog that I used to write. I'll link in the bottom bar. I'm going to be using a grapeseed oil to cook with while I prepare, and then obviously salt and pepper. We have some sea salt and some black pepper. Okay, so first step is to boil the pasta, and I'm just going to follow the instructions on the back of the package. So just going to bring some water to a boil and just add a little bit of salt to the water. Once the water is at a rolling boil, we're going to add the pasta. And you actually want to make sure that you stir it up, because if you don't, it's gonna stick together. And one little trick that I like to do is just add a little bit of olive oil to the water. Just a touch like that. It's just gonna soften and give the pasta a nice texture. So again, I'm gonna stir it up. I'm gonna cover the pot about halfway and let the pasta cook according to the package instructions. So while the pasta is cooking, I'm gonna use a different pan and put it on medium to high heat. I'm gonna add the oil, about that much, and we're going to saute the onions first. And you want to just cook it up until it gets a little bit golden, not too caramelized. You don't want it to be brown, you want it a little bit golden. And while it's heating up, I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper. Of course, do this to taste, and just mix it up. So once the onion get a bit more translucent and start to get that golden color, I'm gonna add these snow peas and mix it all together very well. And at this stage, actually, you want to just bring the heat down to about low heat, because you don't want to burn the snow peas. You want them to get a little bit softer. So once the snow peas get a little bit softer, you can see they're a little more bendable. In goes the sun-dried tomato. And again, just mix it all really well. And last but not least, in goes the artichoke hearts. And again, you want to mix it all in together and cook it for about a minute or so. So at this stage, when everything is sort of cooked together and warmed up, I'm going to turn off the heat and let it sit for about a minute while we drain the pasta. So once the pasta has been cooked to your liking, I prefer al dente, it's time to just drain it. So the next step is just to add your pasta back into the same pot and add the rest of the ingredients to the same exact pot. So I'm just gonna put everything right in there. Perfect. And I'm gonna use my tongs here to just incorporate everything together. And now the most exciting part is to plate and try it. So here it is. I'm so excited to have it. I actually haven't had this pasta in a while. I haven't made it, I don't know why. So here it goes. It's so good. Simple is always the best in my opinion, and this one just does it for me. I love savory and like salty in my food. This is perfect. The sun-dried tomatoes and the artichoke hearts just add the perfect balance. So definitely give this pasta a try and let me know how you like it. Depending on your preferences, you can actually adjust the proportions of each ingredient. Like if you like more sun-dried tomatoes, you can add more or less. Totally up to you and your preference and your taste buds. So hope you like it. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, leave me your comments below, and follow me on Instagram for daily pictures and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, my loves!